welcome back to my channel, Simply Santelia. And I'm your host, Karina Dabney. So, today we're going to start my Let's Clear the Air segments. And the first thing we're going to talk about is virginity, being a virgin, and sex, and the whole nine. We're going to get all into it, all the tea. Yes. So, I'm going to start with a little bit about myself, okay? My name is Karina Dabney, as you guys already know. I'm 21 years old. I'm in college. I'm engaged to a guy in the military. And I'm still a virgin. Yes, honey. Yes. So, I really wanted to make segments and post stuff on YouTube that can help people, that can benefit people, because not everybody in this world has someone to talk to. Not everybody has someone to talk to. I'm fortunate to have my parents, but a lot of people are just, scared of being judged, or just don't, or just only have the internet to their advantage, have no one to really sit down and talk with. So, with that being said, I want to do this Let's Clear the Air segment, and I want to start with sex. I was nervous at first doing it. I was like, I don't know. Sometimes I could be kind of shy. I don't want to do the video, and then, one of my parents come in on the wrong thing, and they think I'm talking about something else I have no business talking about, and Black parents, they be looking at you like, I'm gonna go get the belt, beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you don't want to, I don't want that to happen. So, I was like, I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna do it because it's my YouTube channel. I do what I want. Okay, nah, I'm just playing. Hope no one heard that. They're gonna come in here like, Karina. Okay, but anyway, so we're going to start with, well, no, I'm going to save this for last. I did a poll on Facebook as to people's opinions. We're going to save this for last. So, I'm going to start with me. The reason why I decided to stay a virgin and not have sex is because, honestly, I never felt like, I never had the desire to have sex. You feel me? I never felt like, oh yeah, I want to do it. And I feel like that played a big role in me not doing it. And I feel like it's important for you to make the decision yourself. I feel like it can't be grandma's decision, dad's decision, mom's decision, the church's decision. I feel like it has to be your decision as a person. I feel like if you want to do it, go ahead and do it. Be responsible and take care of yourself, because that's the most important. So, when I was in middle school, I think I was I had to be like in 6th grade. I went through a true love waits seminar, and they talked to us about the importance of waiting and why you should wait. And at the end, you get like, I think like the promise rings or the purity rings or something like that. I never got mine. My parents forgot to order mine, but it was fine. I already knew I wasn't doing it. And so it was my decision to not have sex because I just never wanted to. I'm the type of person, if I want to do something, I'm going to do it. If I be like, you know what? I'm over this. Let's get it on and popping. That's what I'm going to do. So, I just was like, I feel like waiting for marriage is the best thing for me because of how I am with the person. I feel like that is a special bond that's supposed to be only between you and your husband. And I believe that your souls almost become one, like soul ties, in a way. And so that's how I felt about it. Of course, not everybody's the same. Now, if you decided that you want to go and have sex and you're sexually active now and you've been having sex, that's fine. But you just have to, you know, be careful. It's a lot of diseases out here. It's a lot of STDs, STIs, all this crazy stuff, to the point where I don't feel like it's worth the risk, you know, to be sleeping around and catching something. And y'all know what's scary? You can be married and still catch some stuff. So really at the end of the day, nobody's safe, but you at least want to try your best to protect yourself. So, with me, my experience growing up as a virgin, I never had no like long relationships. I barely dated. The minute people found out I wasn't having sex, it was like, okay, I'm done. Bye. Boop, on to next. You know, I had dated this guy one time. He asked me if he could just have somebody to sleep with, and me and him still dated. I was like, no, I don't. No, that's just not gonna work. We should just be single. But my thing is, you know, ladies, if you're deciding to be a virgin and a guy breaks up with you because he can't wait for you, respect that over him still being with you and saying he's gonna wait, and he out here having sex with everybody that can walk or talk. You know, I respect that more. If you tell me as a man you can't be with me because you're not willing to wait for me, I respect that a lot more than cheating. So every time a guy left because he didn't want to wait, sure, it hurt a little bit, but he still had my respect at the end of the day. So I feel like that's very important. Um, excuse me, y'all. So we're going to get into these polls, okay? So the polls said, do you, and as we go through the polls, I'm going to say my opinion on certain things. And these are like the stereotypical things that people say in society. Do you think having sex and living together delays marriage? 43% said yes, 57% said no, and a total of 35 people voted. Okay. Me personally, I feel like if you're living with the guy and you are sleeping with him and you're doing all the wifey things, it's going to delay marriage, I feel, but I feel like it's not going to stop marriage simply because of where we're living at now in time. You know, more boyfriend and girlfriends are moving in together and all that jazz. So I feel like it won't stop it, but I do feel like it will delay it. And let me add a little side note is I do see the benefit of living in with your significant other that's not your husband or wife. You can see how they act day to day, or if they're clean, if they're dirty. But honestly, I feel like, you know, you don't really necessarily have to live with them for that. Like, you can probably just like sleep over for a week, leave, he sleep over your place for a week, because it's like, in my mind, I always figure, okay, if you guys break up, who's moving out first? You know what I'm saying? But I've never been in that situation, but based on what I've known and I've seen, that's how I feel about it. Do you think it's important to have sex before marriage to make sure you and your partner are compatible? Okay. 39% said yes, 61% said no, 23 people voted as a total. I feel like you do not have to have sex with a person to make sure you guys are compatible. I feel like once you start having sex, that's when you start that's when your mind switches, oh, we have to be compatible. That's when you start comparing and all this extra stuff. When you start having sex, if you never had sex, you have nothing to compare to. And really, if you have a emotional connection and bond and spiritual connection with that person, I feel like it's gonna be good either way. So, moving on. Do you believe in soul ties after sex? Yes, I do. And 40% said yes, 60% said no, and 15%, no, and 15 people voted. Okay. I'm not going to get into soul ties on this video. That's going to be on part 2 because I'm curious to see what other people's opinion is of soul ties. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of different opinions on it. Okay. Next, is it still important to wait until marriage to have sex? 41% said yes. 59% said no. A total of 32 people voted. I feel like, of course, yes, it's important to wait until marriage to have sex. That's just how I feel personally. I feel like it's good to wait until marriage to have sex. But me, I see no reason to have sex. I never wanted to growing up. And I feel like that's because I made the decision on my own. I feel like most people is forced upon them. Their parents want it, the church wants it. People are like, you have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait. I feel like people shove that down people's throats so much to the point to where they want to rebel. And when they want to rebel, they're going to go out and have sex. And I've heard that when you start having sex, you're gonna want it a lot and a lot and a lot, and then somewhere in there you calm down. But that's just what I heard. So I say, if you are thinking about having sex and you're not sure, you know, it's good to look at your partner. You know, I feel like you shouldn't lose your virginity with any old person off the street. You know, is this person treating you well? Why does this person deserve to have a piece of your body, a piece of your soul? Why do they get that? Why do they deserve that? What have they done? You know, are you doing it for the right reasons? You know, are you doing it because you just want to lose it? Are you emotionally um attracted to them? Y'all vibe good? You know, what is the reason? I feel like those are questions you have to ask yourself, because once it's gone, it's gone. And the main thing that always gets me is my people that I know and some friends that I have that have had sex, they always tell me, Karina, no, don't have sex. Just wait till you're married. And I find that interesting. I have had more people tell me that they wish they would have waited than do it. So I feel like sometimes people do it just to do it, and you don't want to be that person. You really want to take your time and think about it, because it's your body. Okay, it's your body at the end of the day. I don't care if your boyfriend like, baby, we gonna be together forever, I'm gonna marry you. You know, I'm engaged and I still ain't have sex because I'm like, look, I want to be married. You know, I want to be married. Not everybody probably think the same way I do, but that's how I think, that's how I feel. So it can't be your boyfriend's decision. I don't care how much he pressuring you. If he pressuring you, then he definitely don't need nothing, because it's like you need to back up a little bit. This is my decision. We can talk about it, but you shouldn't be pressuring me. And if you're a Christian, I really feel like you should, you know, read your word and really have that discussion with God. Like, is this something, you know, will I be condemned for it? You know, if I have sex, am I going straight to hell? Like, really have a discussion with God. You know, have a discussion with God. You know, don't, like, everybody in the church could be like, girl, don't do it. No, have a discussion. Excuse me. Have a discussion with God and yourself and see what's best for you. Because your relationship with God and your body and your spirit and your soul is all you. You know. So that's just a little introduction. We're gonna dive in a lot more into everything, a lot more deeper. I can only speak on me being a virgin aspect, you know. I don't know how it feels after you have sex. I don't know how you look at that, if you look at that person the same, if you're emotionally different, if you're just, I don't know, because I haven't experienced that yet in my life. So I'm really going to open up the floor to have a discussion so that I can hopefully reach a young lady, maybe a young man out there that's thinking about doing this. And this is just part one. Um, I'm gonna have two parts. So if you feel like you want to be a part of this and put some knowledge in for people who are thinking about doing this and you want to share your story, please let me know. I will share everything at the end of the video as to how you can get in contact and in the description box below. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and this is just a little taste as to what's to come. And yes, don't rush into anything for anyone out there that's thinking about having sex. Um, just do your research and make sure it's something you truly are ready for. And make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Not because, oh, all my friends are doing it. Because sometimes not all of them are doing it. But I don't want to make the video too long. And one thing is with Let's Clear the Air is I want this to be a safe space for people to come and watch videos, comment, message me with their questions. I want this to be a safe space. Yes, I'm a virgin, but if you come to me and you're like, I want to have sex, I don't want to be a virgin, or I'm not a virgin anymore, I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to welcome you with open arms and with lots of love. And if you wanted to talk, I am here to talk. I'm not here to judge nobody. I am here to simply spread knowledge and make sure people are more aware of their options. So, thank you so much for tuning in to Let's Clear the Air. I am so excited for part 2, and I will see you all later. Bye.